Hey guys, it's Jaden. So today we're going to be taking a look at my Lance from Voltron Eat a Bag. A quick disclaimer, I guess I could say, is that I have been watching Voltron for a very long time, and I actually had to be convinced to give the reboot a chance, but as soon as I did, I ended up really enjoying it. Unfortunately, like a lot of the fans, I wasn't very happy with the course of how the show turned out. But regardless, I still like Voltron, so I have Eat a Bag for Lance since he's my favorite. So starting with the backpack itself, I ended up getting a smaller heart-shaped opening backpack. And this is what I decided to use as the base bag. It's really common, it's really easy to find, and it's pretty great since the blue is good for his motif, and a heart is a good enough space to hold the amount of merchandise that I was wanting. For the insert, I ended up using the foam board method and decided to cover it in a dark blue fabric. Lance's motif color is blue, but it kind of varies on the different blues that people tend to use for the merchandise, so the dark blue helps the merch really kind of stand out. So moving on to the merchandise that's actually on the bag, in case you hadn't noticed at first glance, a lot of this is fan-made work, and the reason is because Voltron, for some reason, just didn't really make a ton of official merchandise that I could put on my bag. So I ended up buying a lot of pieces from Artist Alley and Etsy and Store Envy and places like that, and it's really great because there is an abundance of Voltron merch, fan-made merch, and it's all really good, and I had to be really selective because I don't have a ton of room on my bag, so I ended up telling myself I would only get merch that I would find in person at conventions. And as the centerpiece, you'll find the official figure, which I just sewed into the foam backing. Using a heart bag means having a lot of limited space, so I kind of just attached pieces to the side that I still wanted to have on the bag somewhere. And that's a look at the bag. So I am very thankful and I appreciate all the fan-made work that all the different artists have done. I really enjoyed putting this bag together, and I'm actually really proud of how it looks and how it turned out. At the moment, this bag is currently retired. I have no intention of taking it out or using it, and my reasoning is mainly because I see Eat-A-Bags as a conversation starter for something you enjoy, and right now, I'm just not into Voltron, and I don't want to talk about it. So my starting point for a bag is usually how much merchandise I'm going to be wanting to put on the bag itself. Just how much room am I going to be needing for all my stuff. So the next step is usually picking out the style that you want. Are you wanting tote, satchel, backpack? Because depending on which one you're wanting, there's different types. You can get small, large, and you'll want to pay attention to just how big the display area is for the type of bag that you're wanting. The great thing about Eat-A-Bags is that no matter which one you pick, they are all extremely customizable, so once you have your merchandise and your bag picked out, you're ready to move on to purchasing. So immediately you might be able to find a bootleg because they're pretty affordable and easy to find, and actually they're not that bad. They usually work just as well as an actual brand one. Just try to be careful because sometimes they'll still try to overcharge you even for a bootleg. Most of the time these bootlegs will be found on places like eBay and Amazon, and they're usually really affordable. But you can also find them on AliExpress, which will usually have a lot more styles than eBay or Amazon. They also tend to be much cheaper in price, but here you're more than likely just getting a bootleg instead of getting a possible resale of a brand named one. If you are wanting to get a brand bag, whether new or resale, check out From Japan, Buyee, or Zen Market. All three of these are proxy sites, which means they will look at Japanese sites, auction sites, websites, all kinds of stuff like that, and you can use them to look for the bag that you're wanting. Quick tip: when online, try using words like transparent or see-through or clear in order to find better results on places like AliExpress. Lastly, conventions. Conventions nowadays do tend to sell Ita bags, but just kind of be aware of the fact that a lot of the time they're selling bootlegs, and so you don't want to be overcharged for a bootleg itself. I'm not saying all places sell bootlegs, but I have noticed at cons they tend to sell them a lot. Before going to a convention, maybe do a quick search and see if you can find the exact style you're wanting for cheaper online, and then you can make the decision whether you want to buy it in person at a con or online. Thanks guys for taking a look at my bag and also listening to some of my helpful hints. I know that times are pretty tough right now, and ultimately, please be patient when it comes to Japan and their shipping policies during this pandemic we're all experiencing. And stay safe out there, put yourselves first, protect your family, and I'll see you guys next video. Bye!